Welcome to Subramani. Here is a lady who's, let's call her Mrs. Subra, and she wishes to be she wishes to be anonymous. So, my husband is 61 years of age and retired, but he has taken up a job as a consultant and receiving a remuneration that takes care of our monthly expenses. He plans to work till the age of 65, which means another 4 more years. We have invested rupees 15 lakhs in senior citizen savings scheme and 15 lakhs in Prime Minister Varishta Bima Yojana. And the rest of his retirement money is in balance advantage funds and equity savings funds. In all, we have 40 lakhs in mutual funds in this portfolio and 35 lakhs in mutual funds in my portfolio. That means about 75 lakhs. Apart from, I think, 15 plus 15. I don't know why it can't be 15 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15. But he also has 20 lakhs in superannuation fund from which we get a monthly pension. We also have around 10 lakhs in bonds from which we get 7.75% interest. We also have an FD of 20 lakhs in my name. In all, we have about 1 crore 75 lakhs. Our 2 children are educated, well settled and married, and there is no requirement of sending them any money. They have no requirements from us. Our monthly expenses are about 35,000. So, ma'am, I don't know why more money is not there in senior citizen and savings scheme from you also, because you have said we have invested 15 lakhs in senior citizen savings scheme and 15 lakhs in PMVVY. Now, this is, I'm assuming, in your husband's name. I don't see why there is no 15 lakhs and 15 lakhs in your name. That will enhance your returns and perhaps reduce your risk. But right now what is happening is, this is not bad at all. And let me first of all tell you, we talk of a 30-year rule, right? A 30-time rule. Now 35,000 per month leads to about 4 lakhs approximately of annual expenses. 4 lakhs into 30 is 1 crore 20 lakhs. You have 1 crore 75 lakhs. So you are comfortably well off. There is absolutely no reason to worry, because her question is, will this be sufficient for the next 30-40 years of our life? I like the fact that you have said 40 years, because if your husband is 61, you're talking of 101, and that is a reality. So that is a very good number that you are chasing. 1.2 crores is what you need. You have 55 lakhs surplus, and one lovely thing is you're not going to touch any of this for the next 4 years. So next 4 years, assuming that it goes up from 1.75 to 2.25, you will be very comfortable. There is absolutely no reason for you to worry. But let me put the caveats. I want you to move more money into senior citizen scheme and PMVVY, and because again both are government guaranteed 7% kind of return. Maybe it will drop a little, but won't drop too much. You have a floating rate bond at 7.75. It will get, if it is a fixed rate, then you're lucky. If it is a floating rate, it could get repriced. You have an FD of 20 lakhs in your name. I just move that to a senior citizen savings scheme, and 5 lakhs will be with you. Let it remain. Let 5 lakhs in FD be enough, because you've got all other BAF and equity, everything which is very, very liquid. So don't worry too much about liquidity. Keeping money in the bank, yes, it makes sense for both of you to keep 5 lakhs each or 7 lakhs each, but not beyond that. You don't really need to keep money beyond that. Your children are doing well. I'm sure you'll have a credit card on which you can charge and pay it within 45 days, right? So don't worry too much about an emergency fund, and I hope you're adequately insured, and other than that your portfolio looks fine. Your simple question was, could you please tell me whether this is sufficient for the next 30-40 years? We wish to withdraw from these savings only after 5 years. Ma'am, perfectly en route. You have nothing to worry. You're well off, but you can't afford to have bad debts. Don't give away loans to people and things like that, and if that doesn't come back, it is going to hurt you. So don't do anything like that, and right now it looks like you're perfectly fine. Thank you. This is query from Sammy Joseph. He is from Mumbai and he wants to declare that he is my biggest fan. He has read my blogs for the last 5 years and his life-changing experience, along with reading all your books, including the book for doctors. Thank you. I'm a 35-year-old. We are a 35-year-old couple working in IT, living in Mumbai on rent, along with my parents and 6-year-old school-going daughter. Current finances, we earn about 2.5 lakhs per month, and having a pending home loan of 17 lakhs for a 2 BHK, which we have rented out and are earning 25k as rent. Our monthly expenditure is around 1 lakh, including 32k as EMI. Rent and I invest about 1.5 lakhs per month in mutual funds via SIP. Current portfolio, we were heavily invested in mutual funds since we started immediately after getting a job, and I have investment of over 1.2 crores in mutual funds in the ratio of 80-20 of equity and debt. And over the years, I've consolidated my mutual fund holdings, and I'm investing in 3 funds, mainly index plans via the direct route. We have individual term insurance of 1 crore each, and a company provided health cover of 10 lakhs for entire family, as our company offers health cover. Sam, this is good, but the problem is if you change your jobs or if your company policy changes, what happens is when the company is young, the company has got large numbers, then they offer insurance to them, to their parents, everything. As the company's age increases and the claim increases for senior citizens, which largely means parents of employees, suddenly one day HR wakes up and says our insurance cost is going up too much, let us not give it to parents, or let us not give it to in-laws. It starts with the in-laws, then it comes to the parents, then it comes only to you, and then there is a cap. All these things happen. So have your own individual insurance for your father, for your parents, and for yourself, and for your, both. For all of you, have a separate insurance, maybe of 1 lakh each or 1.5 lakhs each. Going forward, if something were to happen to your health, right now you're 35 and perhaps in the best of health, but at 40, if you develop some hypertension, some blood pressure, chances are you will not get insurance at good rates. So take an insurance right now, and maybe a smallish one, but do take that. Don't ignore that. Also don't repay your loan in a hurry. If you have a 17 lakh loan, that is nothing, because your CTC is much higher than that. So don't bother about repaying the loan in a hurry. Otherwise, I think life is quite cool. Your parents are not dependent on you. We would like to spend some money on my daughter's wedding, and I think she's still too young. And I've already started training her in good money habits. I think this is fine. I don't see any reason to change except take your own insurance policy. Don't be dependent on the company insurance policy. Other than this, I think you're doing well. Thank you.